Hello, welcome to the Hearth of Weird. Oz.
Yeah.
Okay. We're doing this midweek madness episode because I just received the most incredible news. We have an update. But first, I'm going to need you to put back on your Yule sweater because this is what's happening. Oh my god! You're gonna ruin your furniture. Before I put mine on, you need to view and witness how hideous this one is. I just found it in the depths of my closet. Okay, look at how disgusting this one is.
Gross.
Okay, it's the exact right vibe that I need for this update. Okay, so this morning I got a message from Tiger Balm, who saw that we were doing a Yule episode and said that he had found that there are a ton more Yule Lad stories that are not PC. And
Yes.
so he sent me the links, and now we get to do a deep dive into these lads.
Perfect. I love Tiger Balm.
I
Such a
know,
cool
me
guy.
too. He's so great. So we talked about our buddy Stubby. We talked about sausage swiper and door sniffer. And now there's apparently a heap of brothers and sisters from this little family. The ones that the lesser known Yule Lads. Okay. So there's one that's called Lung Splatter.
Oh.
Now, according to legend, this particular Yule Lad carried his lungs on the outside of his chest and tried to beat children with them. It even tells me where he came from. He's from the northern West Fjords, so stay away from that area. Okay, there's one that's called Smoke Gulper. He used to sit on top of the ridges of houses, gulp the smoke from when smoked lamb was smoked, and blow it into the faces of people. He haunted. I mean, these are horrifying. Okay. So the next one is Spring Drainer. This guy sounds like a real asshole. This guy is into blocking springs and playing around during thaw to just make life harder for people.
Oh.
Yeah, just cutting off their access to water. Mhm.
Sounds like a dick.
Yeah, absolutely does. Oh, now we get into the legends of the Yule Lasses. Are you ready for these broads?
Lay it on me.
We have Fat Sock.
Fat sock.
And Fat Nostril.
Oh.
I don't. The first tried to put a smidge of fat on an unfinished hand-knitted stocking. Oh, it's so mysterious and funny. Mischievous and funny. And the latter used to stuff her nostril with fat. No further information.
These seem like things that don't affect me.
But aren't they silly and mischievous? Okay. Then we have Lamp Shadow and Knot Loosener. They were a menace to society, apparently. The first one enjoyed putting out all the lights and casting the farms in darkness.
Ooh.
I don't know why these ones were kicked out, honestly. These seem like they fit right in with their brethren. And the latter loosened all knots on important ropes.
As opposed to unimportant ropes.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you just tie knots for fun. He didn't worry about those ones. Oh. Okay. Here we have someone who would not make it today. His name is Skirt Sweeper. He enjoyed blowing hats off women's heads and rustling their skirts and being disrespectful of all moral guidelines.
And being disrespectful.
Yeah. Okay, so then there's things that doesn't have what they are. They just give me the names. Godly Worm.
Let's make up things for these guys. Godly Worm is the Yule child thing that helps. He gives creatine to earthworms so they get real buff when they work out.
No, I don't like this. Okay. Um. Oh, there's one that's literally called Small Balls.
Oh yeah, that's obviously the one that goes around just shrinking testicles.
Oh no. Um. Dung Channel Liquor.
Yeah, the dung channel is out in the street. It's like the divot between the sidewalk and the street.
That's not a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing. That's the dung channel.
Absolutely not. Like pooping in gutters.
That's just where you put the poop. After you poop into the bucket in your house, you dump
Oh,
it into the dung channel.
listen, I don't know how they lived back then.
I don't either. This is all
I didn't even know
bullshit.
they had streets. They had
I,
to have had at least pathways.
I'm making all of this up as I go.
Okay, there's one guy that it's not sure what his name is because the word can either mean small boy or round rock. I don't understand how Iceland created their language. I really don't. Um,
Neither of those sound very malicious.
no, no, no. And then there's one that's called Barn Bundle. I'm not sure what he did. Okay, and then the last one that's listed here is Kleina Beggar, and I guess that the Kleina are twisted Icelandic donuts, really yummy. So he would beg for donuts.
That doesn't seem malicious, but definitely annoying. Like you're having your little twisted donut, and he's just like, meh, meh.
Yeah. I found out more information about Grilla too, the
Yeah,
ogress. Yeah, oh
nice.
yeah, oh yeah. So this one says that she's a troll hag with 15 tails, 3 heads, hooves, and ears that dangle towards her neck, a small beard, black canine teeth, eyes in the back of her neck, eyes blazing with fire, and sometimes drawn with horns.
Should I dye my canines black? Would that look cool?
I think you would, when you dye your teeth black, it just looks like you're missing teeth. I don't think that's going to give the look that you are going for.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I have all my teeth. I have all my teeth.
Because I'm going to see if there's any other good ones that we can add to this one. Floors Laker. He, well, licks shit. This one is written by an Icelandic person, this article.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate.
It is. Okay, let me pull this up real quick. Oh, this sweater is so hot and hideous.
This is the only Yule sweater I have.
I have so many because I love the holidays. Look,
Yeah,
it even has pom-poms on it.
It's very ugly. Yeah, that's horrific.
But he's so cheerful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he inspire holiday spirit in you? Hi, Oz. Happy Yule.
Not the gumdrop buttons.
Okay, Icelandic to English. We're gonna have to look these up. Let's see if there's any good ones. Oh. Okay. I'm just gonna read through these real quick.
Sure.
There's ladle, bag,
Right.
bit hangers.
Ooh. I don't know. I don't like that.
The baby bowl.
Oh no.
Pimple.
Oh yes. Of course, pimple.
The fool. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Drum for everyone.
Oh no.
Flute spiral.
It's like a saxophone?
I'm not sure. Flotation absorbent. Some of these are very literal translations, and I'm not sure. Cat selection. Lampshade.
Lampshade. Is this a Christmas carol?
Little purse. Pulmonary spasms? I don't know.
No.
I think that's the lung guy. That can't be right. Yeah, I think that it's trying to make it contextual, and it's just not. It's not. Oh, there's one that's Scottish, apparently. I don't know. Butterhawk, Smurf, Toot, and Diamond. That's it. That's all we have. The rest make zero sense at all.
I think these are names of trolls, like from the Trolls movie.
I don't. I have not seen that. You may be right. Maybe they were inspired by the Icelandic Yule Lads.
There's one in there named Guy Diamond.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, totally then. That's so funny. Anyway, I felt like we needed to have a breaking news episode for this important information that we do not want our listeners to miss out on.
Midweek Madness!
Thanks for getting your holiday spirit back on with me. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
But wait, the episode is not over yet. We have a surprise for you guys. We've been hearing a lot about how we are really shitty at pronunciations and we are missing some of the pictures. So we brought on a special guest to get a little bit more into the Yule Lads with us. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you for joining us for Midweek Madness. I'm trying to think of what I want to say. I always suck with the introductions, huh?
You want me to turn off the cam so you can say we have a secret guest? Like, like hello.
Hello.
You big summer blow up.
If you don't think I'm not going to include that in the podcast, you are up in the night. I'm absolutely going to use it. Hello, and welcome to the Hearth of Weird podcast. I am one of the hosts, Kierra.
I'm Oz.
And today we have a special guest with us. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Gummz.
Gummz is here because he's our local Icelandic expert. That is where he's from. And he was the first to reach out to me after the Yule Lads episode. And he said he had a troll to pick with me about the Icelandic Yule Lads and what we went over in the Yule episode. Because apparently when we move the tale from Icelandic to English, a lot gets lost in translation.
A lot.
Okay, so we wanted to bring you on here so that you could go over that with us. Tell us the real story of the Yule Lads, or tell us where exactly we were missing context. Who are these people?
Well, they're originally the kids of, you got it right, Grilla and Lappalode, which are, their parents, which are reflected in this beautiful book with this beautiful picture, because they're trolls.
Look at that. Those guys they kind of remind me of people of Walmart, but I don't know if Iceland has those.
No, it's still about getting these people. We have enough. But so the stories originally comes from a book written by a Jón Normann in 1820, and originally it was made to scare the kids. There was no other tradition. It was just to scare them straight before Christmas. They were trolls. They were disgusting. They were just made there to scare the kids.
Why are we like this? Why is this? Why do children need to be terrified before the holiday season?
You have to understand the context of Iceland itself. During this time period is like when the Yule Lads started to become like the arranged with Christmas and became the Santas around Christmas. Everybody was living in such vast areas. Everything is covered with snow. Everybody needs to do their part on the farm. And if the kids weren't obedient or listening to their parents or their demands, then they could get the good old-fashioned Santa's or the Yule Lads. We translate it to Santa, but the Yule Lads will come and either take your candle, lick your aska, take your ladle, all that stuff. So they will mess up your Christmas. Or lick the black cat will come.
Okay. Yeah. See, these are words that just don't.
No, they don't translate very well because an aska. Okay, during this time period, Iceland lived in something called a torfbær. It is it's not even thatched roof. Literally grass on the roof.
Mm.
So we used lava rocks to build the side. We isolated with dirt and moss and everything, and then we built like these side walls that came up on the sides, and we continued the grass on top of the planks, and that was the isolation. You build it wooden front or back, or if you did have enough wood to build it. The main issue with this is it's always dark. There's always going to be problems, and you needed things to get done.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Aska is your personal bowl. My grandparents are raised on farms that were actually like this. Because it's actually not until about after Second World War where it properly started like expanding with concrete buildings.
It really makes sense. Like, wasn't Iceland settled by rebels? Makes sense that you guys would need something horrific to make your children stay in line.
Yeah, I mean, we were, our ancestors either left because they were tired of this Christian thing, ooh, or the constant dogma of religion around the other Nordic countries, because once you got a Christian neighbor, everyone needed to convert, and so Christianity slowly came into the Nordics, and to avoid the dogma of it all, they just left, and some just needed a fresh start. So
Right.
some were just down on their luck in Norway and left. Like why they left, we can never properly know. But like my ancestors, I can't know why they went to Iceland. The name in itself should not be inviting.
Right. Well, and honestly, it's not easy to start a life there. Like, there's
No.
not a lot of resources. There's not a lot of lumber to build. Like you're saying, they were building their houses with lava rocks and dirt, and then grass roofs. Like, that would not be an easy fresh start for sure.
Did you grow up hearing stories about the Yule Lads, Gummz?
Every day.
Every day?
Yeah. Once December comes, you were a nice boy or you got the potato.
Which one is your favorite and which one's your least favorite?
Every single kid, like, to clarify, it's not until like the 1950s or 60s that these they started giving gifts, and we make like a paper shoe in kindergarten and stuff like that we leave in the window for them to leave things in. And everybody's favorite is always gonna be, how did you translate his name? Let me just figure this out, because these horrific translations are.
Listen here. Okay, let me. I'm gonna vouch for me and Oz. We were working with the best thing we had. I got this shit from Smithsonian Magazine.
Yeah, like they're just taking the simple way out, like
Yeah.
So teach us how to say it.
Kerta sneaker.
Nope, never mind.
Yeah.
What? It's so easy. It's only one weird letter in it.
Kerta sneaker.
The door sniffer.
No. This is the candle guy.
I'll take close.
Candle beggar. Okay.
Because he, if you leave him a candle in your shoe, he always gives you a big gift.
That's because it's a fire hazard. Big risk, big reward.
Well, it's not on fire. You just leave him on the lid.
See, I would get in trouble with these traditions because I take it at face value. Put a candle, okay. Burn my fucking house down.
Light that thing and.
Yeah.
No. You leave him a whole one so he can take it home and light it.
Oh.
Because they live in caves. Yeah.
Oh, a gift for a gift.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get like a game or something, so you're entertained throughout because we celebrate the 24th. Christmas Eve for us is 24th.
Yeah.
And that's when we open gifts. That's when family things happening. That's when, in Norway they get drunk on, akavit, like my t-shirt says. Or sorry, sweater says. But it's because he leaves the biggest gift. Like when I think it was like 5, he left me a Super Mario game.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, wow. You can imagine me, my brother, and my sister were just in my room playing Nintendo.
So here I was thinking he was irrelevant because I'm like, nobody really values candles anymore. But I didn't know the story. Now I'm like, absolutely put a candle in a shoe. You're going to get the best gift.
Yeah, and your parents are going to have the house to themselves to do everything before the Christmas dinner. That's the entire concept of this man. All the other ones, they just, because I said in the previous episode that you left candy for them. No, they leave candy for you. If you behave, you get a piece of candy.
No wonder I never got candy.
No.
Yeah. Maybe you can teach this to your kids. Maybe they'll get a piece.
Oh, no, they don't get candy either.
Yeah, no, Oz's children are not going to get candy in their They will definitely get rotten potatoes.
My
They
kids are
don't
gonna
need to be
turn into
rotten.
Yule Lads.
No, I remember like I got a potato once, and I got a big potato because I was really being an ass that day. But the thing is, I asked my mom to boil it. We were having fish, and I wanted potatoes.
See, I'd be
So it
cool with a
wasn't even a
potato.
punishment.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd be fine
like
with a potato. I like potatoes.
But if you have a bunch of like brothers and sisters and all of them have a nice piece of candy or a small gift in their shoe and you get the potato, isn't it kind of a bummer?
I'm the one with the hard object I can throw at them.
That's a win-win.
There you go. You
I'll
beat
take
them with
I'll
your
take
potato.
yeah.
Take their candy.
Put my potato in a sock and go ham on.
Don't try that
Okay.
at home, kids.
No, don't try that at home. No.
And if you do, you didn't hear it from us.
If you do, use mashed potatoes.
Okay, so the other Icelandic Yule Lads, where else did we get it wrong? Because there were a couple that you talked to me about in our messages previous to deciding to do this little mini episode.
Yeah, so like I was telling earlier about the way they used to live, the Askja in itself, because you were surrounded by dirt, and Askja is not a bowl, so you're not a bowl liquor. Askja is every family member in my grandmother's family had their own. So you see, it's like a wooden pot with a lid on it. So if you didn't finish your porridge, you could just close the lid and eat it later, and dirt from the ceiling or stuff like that wouldn't fall on your porridge.
It's
Dirt
the
from
OG
the ceiling.
Tupperware.
Yeah. It's just-
Okay, I dig it.
yeah. So these were like water, like they could hold water and all that stuff. So, and like every family member had their own to take care of, and then they, got their porridge. It was put in it. They ate it. If they didn't finish it, they could just, leave it by their bedside and then
So
come back
bowl
later.
liquor, Oskia liquor, is essentially just stealing your leftovers, which is really rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you didn't finish your meat or finish your, food, he stole it.
Okay.
And I think that was just the dad's excuse for taking the kids' food.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
He has a little too much to drink. He goes in for some munchies, and then the next morning he's like, "Sorry, guys, must have been Oskia liquor."
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
And then there was the part about the capitalism, and sure, we're social democracies, but we use the capitalism to finance our way of life. But the black, or Jólakötturinn, or the black cat as we call him sometimes, he doesn't actually come and eat you if you don't get new clothes. The entire concept is so you wear clean underwear, you wear clean stuff, and you always have to get a piece of clothing for Christmas. So that's so the kids don't get disappointed when they get the soft package. And also back then, they had to hand make everything out of wool. If, let's say, my great grandmother was going to make new clothing for Christmas for her entire family, that would take her the entire year because she had 15 kids.
Right.
Yeah. Don't get a
That's a
heart
lot of
attack,
kids.
Oz. Yeah. best way to get labor,
That's at least 13 too many.
That's more than a whole baseball team, my dude.
Yeah. I don't know. They were going for an orchestra. I don't know.
I love it. I'm here for it.
But the thing is that because I come from, or my grandfather comes from the small islands up at the, like, if you look at Iceland, you have the weird prawns at the top. He comes from one of the big fjords. There's a bunch of islands in one of them. He comes from that one. Yes.
Okay.
So, and then my grandmother comes from the mainland area. So that's like why they had so many kids, because you're not about to hire somebody from Reykjavik to come all the way up there and work on your farm.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Give your wife some good moonshine and then, make babies.
Sure, absolutely. Why not?
Oh, for the listeners, you yourself, Gummz, you are a direct descendant of Snorri Sturluson. Is that correct?
Yeah, 23rd. So it's 23rd descendant of Snorri, and me and some other people on TikTok have played a game. Who is Gummz related to in the stories?
That's cute. I like that.
Pretty much everyone, except for Leifur Eriksson, because nobody's related to him because he only had one son and he never had a son.
Yeah, I was
Or-
gonna
or
say,
a daughter.
isn't like everyone related? Aren't your dating apps related to the Icelandic book to make sure you aren't related?
Well, she'll probably cut it out of the podcast anyways, but I'll say we use that app to find out if it's a Durex night or not. You know, it's there's no point of
Solid.
being in between. You know, if you don't
Solid.
know the woman, screw it, go for
Can't risk extra chromosomes.
No. This is terrible.
I've been inbred for so many years, and the only thing that happened is we got tall. So I don't see the negative part of it.
I mean, I feel like I'm underqualified to speak on this.
You have a shortness of height.
Me? Oh no, I'm a giantess. But I'm
Oh.
not from Iceland. I can't speak to what. Actually, you know what? You may be onto something. Because my grandparents on my mother's side were first cousins. Now that I think
Uh-oh.
about it, you may be onto something here.
That means
I
that
mean-
I have the most biodiverse genes in this podcast right now because I am only 5'5".
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm a very large frame woman. I am 5'10", maybe taller. I'm not sure. I've always said that I'm 5'10". But then I meet men who say they're 5'11" or 6 foot, and I'm taller than them. So somebody's lying.
no, they measured on the stairs. First stair.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm 6'3" without any stairs, and I'm short in my family, so
You are? Is that real?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What?
What? I've got two brothers that are about an inch taller than me, and then my dad is about 2 inches taller than me, and then I have cousins who are, let me get freedom units for you, 6.7 feet.
6'7". Oh my gosh. That's a very
Wait,
tall family.
6'7" or 6.7 feet? Because 6'7" is different than 6.7.
6 feet 7 inches. sorry.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And then the worst part is I don't even know how tall he is, but there's one that's taller.
They don't make
Even than the 6'7"
rulers
ones?
that big.
My goodness.
And
I
then,
thought I
you
was tall.
know, yeah, you just go to Iceland. You'll meet my family. It's tall people.
Isn't it
Wild.
all of them?
No, I have friends who are very, very, very. They're about 5'5".
Oh no, I mean your family. You said go to Iceland to meet my family. I said, isn't that all of them?
Well, most of them.
Ridiculous.
200 people at a family reunion. And that's just for my great grandparents.
Holy
Jeez.
shit.
But no, let's to go back to the Santas.
Yes.
Yes, Skir Gummr. First, make your skir properly. Yes, very good.
All right, Oaken.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to put sugar in it and then some milk to remove the bitterness.
Right, but
Okay.
it comes out rotten.
Yeah, well,
It's-
not rotten, but it's literally sour milk.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I thought when I ate it, and I was like, how? How is this like a dish that people eat all the time? This tastes like absolute garbage.
Well,
We didn't know. And I actually watched Oz eat his, which was funny.
It was gross.
yeah,
Never again.
because you didn't put sugar and milk in it.
No.
I am a stupid American, all right? I didn't know that. I didn't know that I had to make it better.
Well, now we have an Icelandic on call that we can ask for these kind of things.
Well, yeah.
Although I will never try that. What was that you sent me yesterday? That even Gordon Ramsay was like gagging and hacking about.
that's dried shark.
And it's fermented in.
Its own bladder and own urine to remove the toxins.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
We eat it when we're drinking. Of course, it's gonna be delicious because it's the alcohol you want.
See, at least Americans eat hot dogs and shit when we drink. Like, my goodness, pizza.
Yeah,
Come on now.
That was one of them as well, because you have bjúknakrækir. This one here, bjúa, is like a massive meat sausage. Like it's put into. I think it's like a. Before they used to use like the lungs.
For the casing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they just opened them and took them out. But then they started making slátur, or our version of haggis. So they needed like the lungs and the stomach for that.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes sense.
I do like haggis.
Yeah, I love it too.
That's the sausage swiper. So
Yeah.
he goes and steals the sausages that are hanging.
Yeah. It's like you on wine. I mean, what?
It's like me just existing. Okay, what about spoon liquor? We talked about spoon liquor a little bit.
Yeah, so you have Svöruslikir. A thvara is like this is a thvara.
A
So a
wooden
spoon.
ladle. Yeah.
This is a spoon.
Okay, so it's a big spoon.
Yeah, so you use it to stir the pots, and
I use my words for that.
Stirring the pot. Okay. All right. I hate it here. Okay, that gives better context because that is what I was picturing in my mind. But when you said that, I was like, oh, that obviously didn't translate even
No,
from
'cause-
me speaking to the audience either. Because they
Yeah,
might
and-
just think of just spoon, just regular dining spoon.
yeah, and it's like I've said so many times, it's so hard to like translating to Norwegian is not an issue because they have very similar sentence structures.
Mm-hmm.
They have somewhat similar words that we can use, and they have similar meanings in those words. So, but translating to English, that language is lacking.
It really is. It really is. We're missing a lot of context. There's not a lot of art to our words. There's not a lot of soul to our words.
No, and that's like when you're looking up like glukka gæir, it's technically not a peeper. It's more like he's like this. He's like
So a peeper.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I
but
just need to know: is he trying to
he-
be? Is he trying to be creepy or not creepy? Is he spooking
trying
or
to
is he
be
not
scary.
spooking? Okay, so he is trying to be spooky.
Yeah, so he's trying to scare the kid. So like,
Oh, I thought he was a pervert.
We thought he was a pervert.
well, it depends on which window he looks in.
That's fair.
If it's the kid, he's just looking for the shoe to put the candy in. If it's mom and dad, you want to get out the iPhone and start recording.
After the Christmas season, everybody finds videos of themselves up on certain websites.
Yule Hub.
You'll have door sniffer. Did we talk about door sniffer?
Yeah, so that's gáttaþefur. So gáttir is like the door frame. It's not like he's leaning up against the door trying to check the quality of the door. He's like the door frame itself is
Okay.
the gáttir. It's even in I think the first Havamál.
Right. But in this one, they were like, he has a huge nose and he just like sniffs the door.
They're not lying.
I mean, yeah, no, that's true.
But
Look at
he's
him holding
looking
a.
for leivabread.
Okay.
It's
So
like,
he's not just sniffing doors, he's looking for things.
he's looking for the food. So he wants to.
He wants the leaf
Look.
bread.
Yeah, he wants the good stuff. Freshly baked. That's why he's sniffing through the doors.
Okay, I love that. I love the clarification on that. Okay, so you said that we.
And then just to mess with all the heathens and all that stuff, this is like at the start. Like here you have the Yule Lads playing darts. And there's the traditional Santa.
They're like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Him with his happy, jolly cheeks and no ogress for a mother.
Yeah. No class. And then you have Jólakötturinn, which is
Oh, that's a lot less cute than the picture that Tiger Balm shared.
Is that the Yule cat?
Yeah, that one looks raggedy as hell. That one's been drug over the asphalt for a while.
yeah, sounds about right. But this is like the story of how they always prepare him for Christmas. So, and then he rolls in his leftover porridge to make himself look nasty again. And it's like,
That's amazing.
because he doesn't like to be clean, but like in this, like you can see him peeking up in the other book, like it looks
Oh
like
yeah, he's mangy. He's kind of a mangy
Yeah.
kind of guy.
he lives up in the mountains. He's a
What is
huge
that?
cat.
You said that there was a statue of him, a giant statue of him somewhere?
Yeah, there's a giant statue that they put up every year on one of the squares in Reykjavik. So it's like It's not a statue per se. It's more like an ornament, like a massive, just huge.
It actually looks really cool.
Oh, that's dope. I'm gonna take that picture. Yeah, that's cool as hell. I like that.
Yeah, and then when you're walking downtown Reykjavik, then you can go on the Santa hunt. No, it's not hunting season for our Yule Lads, so it's like Yule Lad hunt. So because they have projectors around the city,
Uh-huh.
and you have to look for the different Santas on the different buildings all
Oh, that's
over
cute.
downtown.
We have one of those here at like a local farm. They do that. That's really cute. I like
Yeah.
that.
And this is down the main street, Laugarvegurinn. So you have to walk down the entire, and then you have to like check every time you found one, and at the end, the Christmas cat.
That's really cute. I love that.
It's to involve the kids and give the adults something to do with the kids.
Yeah. Okay, did we miss anything about the Yule Cat when we were talking about it on the first episode?
Well, per se, he doesn't eat the kids.
No?
No, he brings them to their mother, who eats the kid.
Oh!
Oh, great. Great.
So
Okay, so he's hunting to fill Grila's pot.
yeah, Grilla.
Grilla.
So
Grilla.
but no, it's well, I could always make you say Þvörusleikir.
Thurslayker.
Þvörusleikir.
Fröres Leikir. I don't know.
Doris Laker.
Fröre? Fröre?
Thor's
Fröre?
liquor. That's just.
Fröres Leikir.
Doris Liquor.
And then you have like every Santa has their own like deaf sign.
They have their own what?
Yeah,
Sign?
It's like sign language.
Oh, they have their own
Oh.
like Oh, okay. Throwing up
That's really cool.
Yule Lad signs.
Yeah.
Represent.
I knew they were a gang. I knew it.
So the E, like,
Oh, that's cute.
so they all have their own, and then for the children in this book, you can see what they like. So if you want to leave them a gift in your shoe,
That's
can leave
really
one.
cute. Okay,
Yeah.
that's wholesome. I like it. I'm honestly glad that we got it wrong so that we could have this conversation because this is so cute.
oh, it's cute until you read the imagination of the adults like Tiger Bomb does.
Okay, no, let's get into that because so me and Oz actually recorded a different mini-sode a couple days ago, because Tiger Bomb had sent me a list of Icelandic Yule Lads that had been taken out of the stories due to their, let's say, not safe for work nature. But when I brought that up to you, you said what about these guys?
Well, these are just words. They're in our dictionary. The first one's later. Bakkalutur is like, okay, that is a person. I can't remember what it means, but there's a band in Iceland called Bakkalutur. And then Bakki, that's just like a, shed. Bola, that's like a Sid. Bjálfin, that's the idiot. That's like town idiot.
Okay, I mean, okay.
We're not gonna make him a Yule Lad. He's just a village idiot. And then flaska, that's a bottle. Flotnes, that's not a word.
That's not a word.
Flórsleikir. Flór is like powdered sugar. Like
Oh,
really,
so like
really...
a sugar liquor?
Yeah, but we have those at the clubs, but they use their names. Foam liquor. And then flaska, just bottle. Nidja, that's like a massage. It's like Hnuta, that's a knot.
Okay.
Klettaskora, that's like a crack in a mountain. I mean, that would be a funny Santa when he's like, showing his plumber when he's...
Oh, no.
And now we get to Little Punker. That's like a small nutsack.
Oh, my God.
That's my favorite one.
Rauður, that's just red. Skevill. That's something to scrape with.
Hmm.
Smjörhákur. What? Butterhawk.
Butterhawk.
Steingrímur. That's a name.
It's just some dude that makes the list.
Apparently, he just scrolled through our dictionary and went like, "This sounds fun. This sounds strimpa, tífall, tívill, tígull. What? That's 10 gold. Þorlákur. That's actually, that's our 23rd of December is called Þorláksmessa, so that's a name and
Right.
a rather respected one in Iceland. The town I'm born in is called Þorlákshöfn, so his harbor. And we have Þorrablót, which is
Yeah, I was gonna say
in January and February, and that's for Thorra.
Right. There was one other one that may not be on this list. I think that all of this was born from a little aside that I read about one that used to like cause breezes to blow up women's hats and lift their skirts up. But that
Skirt
doesn't
peaker?
seem yeah, I'm like that doesn't seem in the same like vein as the rest of these sweet but mischievous lads. Like that one seems like
No, but in Iceland, we're bored. We're on an island. We drink a lot, so we come up with other funny names, and we constantly find some perverted way to twist every single thing that is supposed to be children friendly. So it's
Americans do that too.
it's true.
good. No, we're not alone in this world.
No.
No, well, I mean, yes, Icelanders are. Yeah.
Technically.
Well, yeah, there's
In
only
many
300.
ways.
There's like 100,000 more Americans than there is of us. So yeah.
Maybe in one city.
I was gonna say there's
No,
only a couple 100,000 people in Iceland. There's
no,
329 million here.
times
Oh,
more.
100,000
Oh,
times.
yes.
Yeah.
There's about 360 million Americans. There's 366,000 Icelandic people.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds kind of dreamy, though.
It
No
is.
people. Yeah.
I have a passport that makes every pass or like flight controller go like, "What's this?"
Where the
Yeah,
hell are
that
you
sounds nice.
from?
It's like, "What? This is a different shade of blue. Are you Swedish?" It's like, "No, don't offend me."
How dare you? Everybody
Fishies.
hates the Swedes. It's so
No, we don't
sad.
hate them. It's like, it's the big brother you have to pick on. But no, the like we always pick on each other. Like Icelandic people, they always say we're just, antisocial because we live on an island. So I don't see the negative in it, but they think they're being funny. But then again, they're Swedish. So
I would love to be antisocial and live on an island with
Mhm.
only 300,000 people. That would be ideal.
yeah, and
My
everybody's
tiny town has more than that.
Yeah. My end game is to live in Iceland. I want to live there.
yeah. There's nobody living on the third prawn on the top. So if you move over there, there's absolutely no. You'll have glacier or Arctic foxes. That's about it.
Oh, sure. What's the average temperature? Negative 800?
In freedom units or Celsius?
Yeah.
So either one's terrible.
Well, no, you'll get like a good day of summer.
Define
One
good
day.
day.
Yes.
Anything
love-
over 0 Celsius?
No, yeah.
No.
of
Oh,
course.
great.
He's like, yeah.
Well,
No, you can get up to like 20 degrees Celsius up there. If you're
okay.
lucky.
All right.
That's not the worst. That's not bad.
Is it?
No.
I don't know. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, you're gonna find freedom units, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
68 degrees. That's
yeah,
not
bad.
terrible.
That is a nice early spring day for me.
That's what I keep
Yeah,
my
this
house
is like
at.
our midsummer. That's like if you're lucky and get it there.
That's pretty moderate.
Yeah,
It's not
but
bad.
the thing that these things can't calculate in is the wind coming in from the ocean. If it comes from the north, you can cut glass with your bad boys.
Wind chill's
That's,
real.
that's not even gender based. Like men could
Mhm.
hug a window and just.
That's so funny. That's crazy.
I'm going to have to live in the south of Iceland.
Yeah, that's where it's like still horrible. That's where I'm from.
That's where it's still horrible. That's
There's
so
a reason why I
cool.
moved to south of Norway.
The only benefit is that you can wear your basic bitch fall attire literally all year round.
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, you do, yeah. Well, you're in the PNW.
Yeah,
You can
I wear
also do that.
I wear this all year.
What other were there any other Christmas traditions or things that you guys practice that you didn't hear us talk about or that we missed or that are kind of bigger that we probably should know about?
Like I said, the entire concept of the Yule Lads was designed to scare the children. Their mothers talked about in their. I had these pointers written on my phone, but I'm using that as a cam.
Oh shit!
Uh,
Sorry.
but the like you have Lapalo. Yeah, she had more kids with another man. She has other children. All the trolls known to Iceland are from her.
Oh, see, that's cool. I didn't know that.
Most of them, but she's looked at as like one of the main trolls.
She's the mother of monsters.
The
don't
first
tell us.
husband of Grilla, his name was Båli, and then she
Båli.
had Båli, which is like a bull. And then there's another husband in here somewhere. She ate her first two husbands. All right,
That tracks.
Yeah, I mean, relatable. That's a mood.
Yeah, this other one was Gusti. So Båli and Gusti, they had a bunch of kids with her, and then she just ate them. And
You know what? Fuck around and find out. I feel like more women need to keep giant cauldrons at the ready so that their husband will stay in line, you know?
hey,
Be
there's
more
a
like a
market
Black
for
Widow.
somebody on Witch Talk.
Right. Get your husband cauldron.
Yeah.
Husband cauldron.
You can get them in different sizes. They can fit a 5'5" or a 6'3".
That's right. Keep them all in line.
Husband
Yeah.
soup for the soul.
Husband soup. Oh no.
That's why they ask for your height on dating apps. They want to see if they need to get a new cauldron.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm 6'6". It's like, God damn it! No, you won't fit in it. Sorry, I'm not interested.
Also, apparently, because of the beginning of this conversation, the taller you are, the more inbred you are. So,
At least in Iceland.
at least in Iceland.
And in my family tree, apparently, because all of my sisters are huge too, and I mean huge as far we're tall. The short one in my family is 5'9", 5'8". Cambria is 5'8", I think. For a woman, that's tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tall.
I'm short even for a woman.
I've had a few girlfriends that were 6'2", 6'3", but
Wow. See,
Nice.
I'm always the tallest woman I'm always the tallest woman around. That's just my life. Like, I never meet women taller than me.
no, I decided to go for one that was like 5'3", I think, so 165 centimeters. I need to find freedom units.
So what? You're like a whole foot taller than her, whole head and shoulders taller than your wife.
Yeah, that's why my back is crooked.
Yeah, I was gonna
Makes
say,
sense
like,
for bending
trying to kiss a person of that different height.
Yeah, she's 5'4", so it pretty much be like me kissing Oz, I guess.
I was gonna say, yeah, you have no idea
I
how
love that.
much
You
I
guys
love
could
that.
braids your beards together.
We could.
Yeah.
That'd be really cute.
I wouldn't mind. There's one guy, like I have statues of all the Yule Lads, and I think this one here this is Kertasnikir.
Cute.
There's no statue in it because my wife's put up the Christmas decorations or Yule decorations, Yule as we call it.
Mhm.
And if I fiddle with them, I'm a dead man, even though she's 5'4".
That's
Makes
fair.
sense.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Easier access, So
Short people
But-
are full of spite and rage.
It's true. Can't
If
confirm.
if I recall correctly, this is the first one I got, and it was from my grandmother, who has
Aw.
passed. So my mom has continued giving me one every year until I had them all.
I love that.
So
That's really cute.
they were all a gift, and they're all near and dear to me. So yeah,
I love that. Thank you for coming on here and talking to us about them and clearing it up and like giving us a better understanding of who they are, what their names mean, and like how they fit in with your culture and your traditions. It's really cool.
Well, yeah, not a problem, and I'll gladly help anyone who wants to take up the tradition. Because if you want me to explain the entire tradition, I can do it easily and quickly. First, Santa comes tomorrow night, so the night till the 12th. That's when the first one comes, leaves a bit of candy, and then they continuously come until the 24th. Now, in America, it might be prudent to move this one day because you celebrate on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So 12th to the 13th. So you'd get the last one from 25th, or you could keep it to the 24th so you have them entertained for the 24th. And there's not much you need to do, or the children need to do either, other than behave or grilla gets you. And then you just have to remember a candle for the last one.
I love that.
Because candles were rare and were actually used as gifts in Iceland.
Right, that makes sense. With the added context, everything makes sense, and I actually adore these traditions. I think it's really cute.
That's why they were important. Because in the Torvbæs, you sort of like didn't get much light in, so the candle
Right.
was very valuable.
See,
And
it
the
all
one
makes sense now.
and the one piece of clothing you were talking about, that you know, these are very. This is still a tradition in many families. These are the traditions that were in my family, and we still get one book and one piece of clothing every year. And I'm
Yeah,
almost 40, so still get it.
I love that.
It's not socks anymore. I get like shirts or something, but it's still one piece of clothing.
I love that so much. And when it is part of the tradition, it's expected, and the kids aren't like, "Oh, lame, a shirt." You know, I love that. I like that. I like that perspective that you've added to this.
It's just to make you value the, you know, gift in its entirety. Because if you didn't get a piece of clothing for Christmas, cat may come to visit you.
Yeah, Kat's gonna drag you to Grila's cauldron. Do we know how many children in Iceland disappear to the cauldron each year?
Let's see. There was a no, none so far. They've always managed to save themselves.
Oh, good, good. Everybody's looking out for each other, getting each other new clothes. I love that.
Yes. So she must be getting really hangry.
I mean, I don't want to see the culmination when everybody's too broke to afford new clothes for anybody else.
No,
It's gonna be a
and
whole thing.
that's like where the wool comes in, because Iceland used to be somewhat of a slave state to Denmark. So until 1944, when we got our independence, everybody was just making their own wool clothing, so and preparing the wool and all that stuff, just like you said on the previous podcast. So
Yeah,
all the families pitched in to get everything done.
that's really cool. I love that. Well, awesome. I think I mean, I don't really have anything else to cover. Do you, Oz? Any other questions? Anything else?
No, this has been great.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sure this is not the first time or not the only time that we'll have you uh come
Oh,
give us a corrections corner or talk to us about other other viewpoints.
I'm like, um, I would say that I'm mostly in linguistics and like the culture itself. The stories and stuff, that's more my friends, because we do study them all in high school and college and all that stuff. But my interest is in the language,
Yeah,
because I'll
very
gladly
cool.
help anyone with the language.
That's amazing, and I appreciate you. I'm so glad that you were willing to do this with us. Um, and yeah, if you want to, do you want people to follow you on TikTok? We could plug your TikTok.
Yeah, sure, I don't mind.
Yeah. Where can the people find you, Gummz?
Well, it's Gummz on TikTok, so
And that's
I'm easily,
Gummzi.
yeah,
Yeah.
said I in some countries, but yes.
Oh. In some countries, yes.
Every country but ours.
Yeah,
A little bit.
pretty much.
Or
All
you
right.
can find me in the comment section of Tiger Bomb's videos, having fun.
Perfect. Absolutely. I love it. I love the back and forth. It makes me laugh. All right. Well, thanks again for coming on the show. Thanks everybody for tuning in and listening. I hope that you got as much out of this as we did. I love hearing about this shit. But yeah, until next time. Bye.
Stay
Okay,
heathen.
bye.
You're listening to the Hearth of Weird podcast.
If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform.
And follow us on TikTok at Hearth of Weird podcast to stay up to date on all things heathenry.
Every small interaction you have with us helps us grow.
And we appreciate it so much.
You can email us directly with all of your heathenry questions at hearthpodcastteam@gmail.com.
Be well, and as always, thank you
for
for listening.